Signs. When the birds begin to walk, when the crows in their silk tuxedos stand in the road and watch, as oncoming traffic swirls to avoid the valley of dead things, when the geese reject the sky and sit on the apron of Highway 95, one way pointing north, the other south. And what does it mean this morning when a man runs wild-eyed from his car, shirtless and shoeless, his palms spread wide, into the jungle of traffic, into a world gone the ride? The birds begin to walk, the man almost naked, almost cowing, almost lifting, straining to fly. Donor to Lex. When they tell me that my body might reject, I think of 30 years ago, and the hangers I shoved inside hard, trying to not have you. I think of the pills, the everything I gathered against you. Inconvenient bulge, and you, my stubborn baby child, hunched there in the dark, refusing my refusal. Suppose my body does say no to yours. Again I feel you buckled in despite me, Lex, fastened to life like the frown on an angel's brow. What I think when I ride the train. Maybe my father made these couplers. His hands were hard and black and swollen, the knuckles like lugs or bolts in a rich man's box. He broke a bone each year, as if on schedule. When I read about a wreck, how the cars buckled together or hang from the track in a chain, but never separate, I think. See, there's my father. He was a chipper. He made the best damn couplers in the whole wide world. Lazarus. Thursday. I rose from stiffening into a pin of light, and a voice calling, Lazarus, this way. And I floated, or rather swam, in a river of sound toward what seemed to be forever. I was almost there when I heard behind me, Lazarus, come forth. And I found myself twisting in the light, for this is the miracle, Mary Martha. In my head and at my feet, singing my name, was the same voice. Lazarus. Second day. I am not the same man born into the crypt, as once returned from otherwhere, altered by what they have seen. So have I been forever. Lazarus, who was dead. What entered the light was one man, what walked out is another. Lazarus, third day. On the third day I contemplate what I was moving from, what I was moving toward. Light again, and I could hear the seeds turning in the grass. Mary, Martha, I could feel the world. Now I sit here in a crevice, on this rock, stared at, answering questions. Sisters stand away from the door to my grave, the only truth I know. My dream about the cows. And then I see the cattle of my own town, rustled already, prodded by the pale cowboys with a foreign smile into dark pens built to hold them forever. And then I see a few of them, ripped thin and weeping low over sparse fields and milkless lives, but somehow standing, And then I see how all despair is thin and weak and personal, and then I see it's only the dream about the cows. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? Isaiah 14:12. Oh, where have you fallen to, son of the morning? Beautiful Lucifer, bringer of light. It is all shadow in heaven without you. The cherubim sing Kaddish, and even the solitary brother has risen from his seat of stones. He is holding, they say, a wooden stick, and pointing toward a garden. Light breaks where no light was before, where no eye is prepared to see, and animals rise up to walk. O Lucifer, what have you done? Remembering the birth of Lucifer. Some will remember the flash of light as he broke from the littlest finger of God. Some will recall the bright shimmer and then flush in the tremble of air, so much shine. Even then, the seraphim say they knew it was too much for one small heaven. They rustled their 3 wings, they say, and began to wait and to watch. Whispered to Lucifer. Lucifer's 6th finger, where have you gone to, with the swift lightning? O son of the morning, was it a woman enticed you to leave us? Was it to touch her featherless arm? Was it to curl your belly around her, that you fell laughing your grace all ashard, leaving us here in perpetual evening, even the guardians silent, all of us going about our Father's business, less radiant, less sure. Eve's version. Smooth talker slides into my dreams and fills them with apple. Apple snug as my breast in a palm of my hand. Apple sleek, apple sweet, and bright in my mouth. It is your own lush self you hunger for, he whispers. Lucifer, honey tongue. Lucifer understanding at last. Thy servant Lord, bearer of lightning and of lust, thrust between the legs of the earth into the garden, felleth and father, doing holy work. O sweet delight, O Eden! If the angels hear of this, there will be no peace in heaven. Adam thinking. She, stolen from my bone, is it any wonder I hunger to tunnel back inside, desperate to reconnect the rib and clay, and to the whole again? Some need is in me, struggling to roll through my mouth into a name. This creation is so fierce, I would rather have been born. Eve thinking. It is wild country here, brothers and sister coupling, claw and wing groping one another. I wait while the clay 2-foot rumbles in his chest, searching for language to call me, but he is slow. Tonight as he sleeps, I will whisper into his mouth our names. The story thus far. So they went out, clay and morning star, following the bright back of the woman. As she walked past, the cherubim, turning their fiery swords past the winged gate, into the unborn world, chaos fell away, before her like a cloud, and everywhere seemed light, seemed glorious, seemed very Eden. Lucifer speaks in his own voice. Sure as I am of the seraphim folding wing, so am I certain of a graceful bed and a soft caress along my long belly at end time. It was to be I who was called son, if only of the morning saw that some must walk, or all will crawl, so slithered into earth, and seized the serpent in the animals. I became the lord of snake for Adam and for Eve. I, the only Lucifer, light-bringer, created out of fire. Illuminate I could, and so illuminate I did.